Hi everyone, I thought that I would do a little skincare update video because lots of you have been asking, but actually the truth is that my skin for the last 6 weeks, maybe even 8 weeks, has been really bad. Or not really bad all over, but I've had quite bad outbreaks in 2 particular places. So I thought I'd tell you about those and what I've been doing to try and calm them down and what I'm going to be doing going forward. So you probably won't have noticed on videos because with the right type of lighting, which is just nice beauty lighting, light kind of just filters past skin like that. And also I haven't filmed on very, very bad days. But I was a little bit at the end of my tether because I felt like I've always had quite perfect skin. I mean, since I was a teenager, and then obviously I had outbreaks then, but it's always been very good and I just really didn't know what to do. And also because I use so many products and I'm always testing things out, it was very difficult to know whether it was something that I'd been using that had broken my skin out. So I pared back right down to my old skincare routine, which is very Alpha H heavy, and I'll put links to all my past reviews and stuff of Alpha H products. So yeah, quite a lot of Alpha H products, but that always was my base routine. So I knew that if I used those things, no breakouts. So once I pared back my skincare routine, I realised that it probably wasn't anything that I'd been using on my skin that had caused these breakouts. And it was quite good really, because it really made me think about how skincare is very important, but actually your diet and your, you know, how you feel is actually very important as well. So hormones and stress and everything like that. So I realised that it was actually probably to do with the fact that I was very, very stressed about 6 weeks ago. I had lots of uni work to do and lots of just work for Model Recommends, and I was just starting my Telegraph videos. So I think that's kind of what triggered them off. And now that I'm less stressed, they're really starting to go. It's very, very important to look at what you're eating and how your lifestyle affects your skin, because it genuinely is going to make much more of an impact than skincare ever will. Skincare is kind of like the icing on the cake really, but if everything else has gone to pot, you're not going to fix your skin just by something in a bottle or a tube. But saying that, it did make a lot of difference just paring back down to a very kind of basic routine and not trying anything new, which was why it was very difficult for me to do any skincare videos, because I hadn't really been extensively testing anything. I just didn't want to risk doing a big change to my skin. So anyway, waffling on, God, boring you to death. I wanted to show you a little kind of snippet from a makeup video that I just filmed, and this is how I've been covering my skin, because I've only had breakouts here and here, and I'm going to do a little close-up of that skin without the makeup on so you can just see what I mean. It's actually fading quite a lot now, but you can see the old spots underneath the surface and you can see some new ones on the other side of my face. So I've been covering those with Tinted Moisturiser all over, just to keep the makeup very, very light and non-clogging. And then I've been using a Clarins Mineral Foundation over the top in the problem areas, which just gave this nice, almost blurred effect, I found. And I just preferred the feeling. I usually hate powder on my skin, but I preferred the feeling of a dry finish on those areas. So that's what I've been doing. And skincare wise, I said that I'd pared back, and I have. I've been sticking to my liquid gold routine, which you probably all know about, but I'll just recap for those of you that don't. It's a glycolic acid treatment, and it really helps to exfoliate the surface of the skin, but as well as that, it goes deeper and it stimulates collagen production, and it's just a really good all-round anti-ager. But the side effect of the anti-aging acid is that it keeps the skin very clear. So liquid gold every 2 or 3 nights, and then in between the liquid gold serum, which looks like this, which is quite a bit more expensive, but this has also got salicylic acid in, so very good for unclogging the pores and really clearing up the skin as well. And this has got soothing ingredients as well, so it's quite nice to alternate between the two. And then I've been using this Vita mask, Purifying mask, which I love. Been using that about once a week, and it's just a nice simple clay mask, and I really did feel the day afterwards that my skin was feeling nice and purified. And then in the daytime, I've got quite obsessed with this mattifying cream from Nuxe. It's for sensitive skin, apparently, although it is quite highly fragranced, naturally fragranced with the ingredients, but still, it's very, very strong on the orange blossom, which I love, so it's not a problem. But anyway, this is a light cream, and I've been using that in the daytime underneath makeup. And when I haven't been using that, I've been using this one from Elemental Herbology, which is for kind of combination acne prone skin. And this is really gorgeous. It's called the Moisture Milk Ultralight Facial Hydrator. And I really like this. A little bit goes a very long way. It's very light, sits well underneath makeup. Now finally, cleansing. And also I should probably say that I've tried to manage my skin by managing my stress, which is a lot more difficult than it sounds, because I'm quite a not a highly strung person, but just I'm always doing something, and even when I go to sleep my brain's ticking over. I always need to be doing something, and I think that has contributed to my skin just going a little bit haywire in those areas. But also diet, so I've really tried to cut down on the sugary things I got into the habit of eating when I was writing all of my essays, because you're at your desk and you need the energy and you're kind of running on nervous energy. So I've really tried to get back into my normal unprocessed food diet regime. So I think that has helped a lot. And then finally, yes, cleansing. So I've got back into using my Clarisonic, not very often, and I know that some people swear by the Clarisonic and some people can't stand the Clarisonic and it makes them break out. But I've been using it a couple of times a week, maybe even 5 times a week, and I just find that it does give that really good cleanse. I think that before I was pressing a little bit hard and it was making my skin quite sensitive, but actually in the last few weeks it's been working really well for me, and I've been using it with my Pie Camellia and Rose cleanser, which is just a very, very gentle, no chemical cleanser. So quite a nice one just to revert back to if your skin's going a little bit crazy. It's nice because there's nothing added, so that's a nice one. Balancing cleanser from Alpha H, which is just one of my all-time favourites. So yeah, been using that as well with the Clarisonic. Or when I haven't been using the Clarisonic, I've just been using a cloth or a flannel. And then this one from Declure, which is a new discovery for me. Tiny amounts go such a long way, either on the Clarisonic or if you're just using it as a wash. This is the Aroma Cleanse Fresh Purifying Gel, and I like this one. It does leave my skin a little bit tight, but actually because of how my skin's felt, I've welcomed that feeling, I suppose. So yeah, that's just a really quick little skin update, what's been going on, and I hope that's helped some of you that have had the same thing. And now that I'm in my 30s, I didn't expect to be having any more outbreaks, but obviously that is something that happens. So next time I'll probably be prepared for it and it won't freak me out so much, because I really do think that it was stress related, and I was thinking, oh, I've got full-on adult acne, but actually it's starting to go, it's pretty much gone. So there we go. Hope that's helpful for some of you, and I shall see you in the next video.